The controversy surrounding the use of Frauditor Troll's real name in court filings reignited on Saturday, as that Randall S., the Unhinged Attorney, Newman, Esquire, filed a new amended complaint in the case of Cordova v. Huno, which revealed who is believed to be the true owner of Frauditor Troll's main channel. In a statement to ReallyCoolNews, Attorney Newman alleged, "The amended complaint alleges that Huno's counter notices were riddled with falsehoods, including lies about the address, the channel's ownership, and fair use. We've alleged that the channel is in fact owned by Nika O'Leary. We further allege that these misrepresentations were not innocent mistakes, but deliberate attempts to misuse the DMCA process, allowing infringing videos to stay online under false pretenses. We also allege that Huno himself published a video called How to Do Fair Use Properly and Avoid Copyright Strikes, laying out supposed rules he then ignored in his own infringing videos, and that he attempted to intimidate Mr. Cordova over email for exercising his legal rights." In the amended complaint, Frauditor Troll, now identified as Jonathan Huno, is accused of making multiple false statements in his DMCA counterclaims that he filed in July and October of 2023. Huno's counterclaim reads, quote, "I am once again asking you to forward this counter notification to the plaintiff. According to the Fair Use Act of 1976, I am legally allowed to make these types of videos. I am once again asking you to forward my counter notification to the plaintiff so I can have a chance to defend myself in a court of law. I have a commentary channel where I provide video reviews of First Amendment auditors. I provide commentary, I add memes and sound effects to completely transform the original work into a fair use video. On my channel, I have received 48 copyright strikes, and every single one of my videos has been reinstated through the counter notification system. I am willing to defend myself in a court of law. I have already hired an attorney to defend my fair use videos in court, and I am asking you to forward my counter notification to the plaintiff so he can decide for himself if he chooses to go that route. I am the original creator of the fair use videos on my channel, and I know that my videos were taken down by mistake because they fall under the Fair Use Act. Please forward my counter notification so I can defend myself in a court of law. Thank you, Jonathan Huno." Unquote. New information obtained by Newman from Google indicates that Huno was not truthful in claiming ownership of his channel, as Google's records indicate that the channel is actually owned by Nika O'Leary. While the proposed summons to Huno and O'Leary show that the pair have the same Ontario mailing address, that address differs from the incomplete New York mailing address that Huno provided on his DMCA counterclaims. Huno is also facing accusations in the complaint that he provided the incomplete address to evade service. According to Newman's filings, an attempt at service that was indeed made, however, due to a lack of a suite number, service could not be completed. Newman's new filing also indicated that in July of 2023, Huno allegedly demanded $9,000 from Cordova, indicating that he had talked to a lawyer and that all of the videos that Cordova had struck with DMCA claims would be reinstated, and that the action would potentially cause harm to Cordova's channel. Soon after, Huno said in a video indicating that he beat 35 copyright strikes that he had not talked to an attorney nor had legal representation when he filed the DMCA counter notices. Huno indicated that he would soon be talking to a paralegal who could handle the matter. Newman's complaint also addresses another troubling issue, as Huno himself posted a video on May 24, 2022, entitled How to Do Fair Use Properly and Avoid Copyright Strikes. According to the filing, in the video, Huno advises his viewers that when using someone else's content, they should pause every 40 seconds to a minute in order to make a comment or break up the use of the video. Huno made it clear that a creator's goal is to use less than 50% of a specific video, and that using under 30% of someone else's video would likely avoid a copyright strike under YouTube's guidelines. In one of the accusations against him, Huno is accused of using 56% of a video in June of 2023. Cordova would later register the copyright of the video and take legal action against Huno. Newman's filing also brings up the controversial issue of doxing, as Newman has been accused of doxing Huno by mentioning Huno's name and mailing address in legal filings. Doxing is the act of collecting or distributing someone's private or personally identifiable information online without their consent. The intention of sharing the information is to harass, intimidate, or shame the target of the doxing. As it stands, including someone's publicly available information in a court filing is not doxing. Mentioning someone's legal name may be frowned upon in some situations, but it does not constitute doxing unless it includes a directive to harass, intimidate, or shame someone. While it is true that Christopher Cordova himself used to claim that he was doxed when someone called him Chris or Christopher on his videos instead of Denver Metro audits, Cordova ended that practice and never took legal action based on his previous beliefs. There are also growing concerns based on incidents where Sean Paul Long Island Audit Reyes, Kevin the Angry Vet Soper, and Christopher Denver Metro Audits Cordova visited the homes of subjects of their videos in order to confront them face to face. Craig Hendry is also currently appealing his conviction of harassment and stalking charges for distributing the information of a city clerk in order to have his fans harass her. Likewise, Lane Myers was convicted of stalking and harassing a public employee who was married to a local prosecutor who once handled criminal charges against Myers. With these concerns growing, it is still illegal to willingly provide false information on a legal document, including a DMCA counterclaim. A blanket statement of fear of providing legal required information is not a valid reason to lie and may result in charges and penalties. If someone is truly in fear that distributing their information publicly as part of a public record may put themselves in danger, they should contact authorities and work through legal means to keep their information private. ReallyCoolNews' policy has been to distribute publicly available court documents in unredacted form on reallycoolsite.org. We do not condone the use of that information to harass, intimidate, or threaten anyone, and will support the prosecution of anyone who uses that information for those purposes. This is a developing news story.